Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be doing the Intimidating TBR Tag, which was created by Lindsey from Lindsey Ray. She took down all her videos, so I'll leave a link to her Goodreads down below if you want to follow the things that she reads. She reads similarly to me, but she reads extremely fast. Like way faster than I read. She's also just awesome. I love her. So I'll leave a link to her Twitter also down below. And I was tagged by Giselle from Giselle Bradley, and I'll leave a link to her channel and video down below as well. A lot of the answers to the questions for me are going to be epic fantasy books, so fair warning, I'm going to be showing a lot of epic fantasy because I find that the most intimidating but let's just get started. Number 1 is, what book have you not been able to finish? And for me, that is A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin. I started this last year. I got 274 pages in and put it down and never continued. It is so boring. Like, people say this is their favorite book in the series, and I literally can't get through it. I, every once in a while, would pick up and read one more chapter, but I just am not loving it. I'm sorry. I eventually will get to probably whatever people are talking about when they're saying this book is absolutely insane and crazy, but it's not going to be anytime soon, and I'm having a really hard time finishing it, and it is still got so much space left. Like, this is what I've read. This is what I still need to read. It's gonna be quite some time before I finish this one. Number 2 is, what book have you yet to read because you just haven't had the time yet? And for me, that's gonna be Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. This is the first book in the Powder Mage trilogy, and I just haven't had the time because I don't want to start another epic fantasy series because I have so many going on currently, but I really do want to read it, but there's just some other ones that I want to finish first. So once I do finish some of those other epic fantasy series is when I will go and jump into this one, because I just don't have enough time to start another one on top of all the ones that I am currently reading. Number 3 is, what book have you yet to read because it is a sequel? The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the second book in the Kingkiller Chronicles, and I absolutely loved the first book. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I got 38 pages in before I decided that I was too intimidated and I couldn't do it right now, so I will be going back and finishing this one. I just was also reading a couple of other epic fantasy books at the same time, and I got overwhelmed, so yeah, I'm going to be delaying finishing this one, but I will definitely be reading this, hopefully in 2016. I want to finish Madship by Robin Hobb, and then I will be getting into this one immediately afterwards, but it's still very intimidating because it's very large, and the series is not complete yet. I have no idea when the third and final book is going to be coming out, so I'm not in a huge rush to finish this one, but I still want to read it a lot because I want to know what is happening to Quoth and everyone that is surrounding him. Number 4 is, what book have you yet to read because it is brand new? And this book is not even out yet, but it is A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. It's brand new to me. I just got it at BEA, but I am putting it off because it doesn't come out till August, and I want to read some other books that are coming out in July before I get to this one. So I will be reading this one before it comes out, but it actually is decent sized. I mean, I'm not super intimidated by this one, but it is brand new, so I haven't had enough time to get into this one and read it before it comes out. I will though. That's a promise. Number 5 is, what book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and didn't enjoy it? For that one's gonna be The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. I read the first book in the Shattered Sea trilogy, and I liked it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, but I didn't absolutely love it, and so it hasn't made me inspired to read some of his other stuff yet, but I think that this is gonna be more my speed. And I know Erica from The Perks of Books and Lindsey Ray and a bunch of other people that I know and trust their opinions on books really enjoyed it, and so I think that I'm gonna really like it too, but I don't know. I just have been intimidated by this book because I really want to like it, and I'm scared that I won't because I didn't like that other book. I just realized I haven't been doing synopses for any of the books, so sorry about it. Number 6, what book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? And that one is going to be Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I have to be in the mood for nonfiction, and especially memoirs, because I feel like I want to be in the mood for something not too crazy, not time consuming, something I can just dip in and out of. And so I am trying to get really into some books right now, so this one will be good for when I'm getting into a reading slump and I just need something lighthearted and, like, come on, lighthearted. Number 7, what book have you yet to read because it is enormous? The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This book isn't technically enormous compared to a lot of the other books that I've been showing in this book haul. It is around 550 pages, but the series is enormous. There's 14 books in it, and this is only the second book. And the first book actually put me in a reading slump for 4 months or something like that. So I am very intimidated by this one, and I know that the series is very similar to Lord of the Rings because I read the first one and it was basically Lord of the Rings ripoff for the first half, and then it diverged from there and did its own thing. But I'm worried that at the beginning of this book it will go back to being a Lord of the Rings ripoff. So I'm not sure. I am intimidated, but hopefully someday soon I'll be reading it. I have a few of the other books in the series. I don't have the third one though, so I don't know. The same could be said for Memories of Ice, this one, by Steven Erikson, because this one is also huge and it's the third book in a 10-book series, so I'm gonna say both of those. Number 8 is what is a book that you have yet to read, because it was a cover by and it ended up having poor reviews, and for that one I chose The Explorers Guild by Kevin Costner, John Baird, and illustrated by Rick Ross. I don't know why, but it doesn't actually have the actual title on it. The actual title of the book is A Passage to Shambhala. They're on a journey to find this hidden city in Buddhist mythology, and it is so boring. It is so boring. It has such bad reviews. I made it like 13 pages in, and that's not even to the prologue yet, and it was really boring. Then I checked reviews, and it doesn't have very great reviews, but I thought it would be really cool because it is kind of mixed media. It has some comic book stuff as well, but the writing is just so dry. So I don't know if I'm gonna read this one, but I have it, and I really like the cover, and I really liked how the actual book is as well. So like it has a guy on a horse, and it has, it's just like a really pretty book. So I like it, but I don't really like the story inside. Number 9 is what is the most intimidating book on your TBR, and for this one I chose all the Forgotten Realms books. I only have the first 3. I've read the first one, and I have the second 2 in this bind up to read. I don't remember what they're called. I've read Homeland, and I need to read Exile and Sojourn, is that how you say that? But this is the Dark Elf trilogy, and there's so many more books in the Forgotten Realms overall series, and they're all split into trilogies, and so I'm just intimidated by everything that is the Forgotten Realms. There's so many books in it, so I just am intimidated. So those are all the intimidating books on my shelves. Let me know down in the comments what is the most intimidating book on your shelves. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.